Well, if you can't be kiting, might as well be somewhere else relaxing and pretty.
We had one.
What's up, Leo?
Hey, Arl. How's it going?
Good, good. How's Austria?
Beautiful. Can't complain.
Nice. Well, I heard you have a little update for the Woo community.
Yeah, lots to talk about. I mean, we certainly have been busy. Something Corona does, it ties you to your laptop quite a lot.
Hmm.
So I've been working more than usually. The past 6 months have been a lot of kind of foundational work where I would describe it as, if you build a house, the first thing you do is build a foundation. We're looking to build a exciting big house over the next 6 months, with the first piece of that actually coming in July, and that's something that kept us busy. But before that, going even deeper, we spent a lot of time, support, making sure that that's in tip-top shape, and that's been for a couple of months now. Rebuilding processes, same for spots, making sure that we can add spots that have been requested by the community. We completely rebuilt the Android application from scratch, so starting from zero, and this was an effort to clean up the UI a little bit, and first and foremost make the code one that we can build upon very quickly and efficiently. So even though on the front end you may not see a lot of new features, everything under the hood has been completely rebuilt. And we've added an Android Wear application or watch that's actually really, really cool. It's built by one of our most active users in the Woo community, Alex Hurricane Chaser. He's the fifth most active kiter in Woo, so he spends a lot of time on the water, meaning he can test everything really, really well. Meaning that every little bit in this app just oozes kiteboarding and oozes usability for the kind of conditions that you only have when you're kiteboarding. You wear it over your wetsuit. There's water splashing on it all the time. You want to see your jumps and all that kind of stuff. So he's done a really tremendous job, and that'll be part of this current Android release.
The watch stuff is really exciting. Being able to see your jumps in real time on the water can be a really fun way to progress and experiment.
It's like one of those days where maybe not necessarily the day where it's big air wind and you kind of want to break your PR. I think that's where 100% focuses on your kiteboarding and all that. And I personally would never want to take that moment away from you when you get back to the beach and kind of like download and all your friends are standing there and you're just anticipating. It's that to me is almost holy. But some days where you have clean conditions, a little bit lighter wind, so you can actually compare different techniques and see what works best in jumping higher. And you can try different things, your edge angle, how you turn your board up wind at the very end, how do you approach your takeoff, which speed do you go with, so you can kind of start playing with these different things and seeing what works and what doesn't. And for that, having a watch on your arm is a great kind of first step to get a good reading of that.
Cool. Well, I'm excited for the next couple of weeks to release the Android app. Sounds like you are as well. Big shout out to
Yeah.
our beta users the last few days that have given us some great feedback, so that it'll be super smooth when we launch the app to the public.
Yeah, I mean the beta crew has been awesome. I think we recently posted on social and asked a few folks if they would help us test the product. We didn't quite expect that type of response, and certainly not that type of kind of diligence and detail orientedness when they were testing. We get so much really, really good feedback, and it's the cool thing about it ultimately is that it's the community helping to make the product better, and that's obviously a wonderful thing and something we want. But yeah, the feedback we've gotten has been absolutely amazing, both in terms of what they think about the new Android application, even though again there's not a lot of new features in it. It's just much cleaner, faster, snappier. And secondly, just helping to work out the small kinks that you can only find if you have 100 plus testers that really go through the application.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're a small team and we have endless ideas for how Woo could grow and evolve, and so we're putting some of them into code and into the product. And the more help we can get, the bigger this thing gets. For the whole community, what is kind of coming next? What's the future for Woo look like?
Well, I mean, I think again, a big piece of us spending that much time in the trenches is just to prepare to really build a big and beautiful house on top of a really solid foundation. I can't obviously let the cat out of the bag fully right now, but as I mentioned, there's a lot more information we can get from this little Woo device, and that's the first thing we'll be kind of tapping into. That's a July release that's coming up. And ever since we started Woo, we always had a plan and a vision of kind of bringing the rider or bringing riders together in a live manner.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that riders are connected. The technology is there. The bigger challenge is the user experience. Ultimately, we see the place to go to have a connected watch with you on the water. That's the cleanest and by far best solution
Hmm.
to get information from your Woo, to get information about GPS, to be able to reach out to your community if there's any kind of distress, and just to stream information live back to the beach. So it'll be a much more real time and exciting kind of game experience for the rider and also for those spectating.
And it feels like a lot of the features that we've talked about in theory over the years now are kind of getting their attention that now that we have our focus on kiting.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You look back at the first deck we made in 2013, and everything that we have been talking about and are now actually turning into reality has been part of that process since day one. Again, it's just sometimes you get dragged around and lose focus and
Hmm.
try to do too many things at the same time. So we never were really able to attend to it. But again, since about half a year, that changed significantly, and we have a lot of horsepower behind the company, a lot of resources, the right mindset, the right people, the heart is in the right place, basically. And so we're moving in perfectly the right direction, purely looking at kiteboarding and nothing else. And
Yeah.
so that focus in itself and that kind of coming back to where we came from is a really cool thing.
Hmm.
And you kind of undust all these old things, you add a few new things that come to mind, and some really, really cool stuff comes out of it. I think what you can expect over the next couple of weeks is, again, Android is early June.
Hmm.
That's when we will release the Android application together with the new watch companion. There will be an iOS release in June as well.
Hmm.
It's more of a maintenance and small UI changes kind of release as well, same kind of foundational work. And then July will be the first of a series of big releases. So July is a big date that we're working towards. So stay tuned on social. We may start teasing things here and there.
Yep.
May drop a hint here and there on what's coming. As always, tag us on social media. Curious to hear what you guys are doing, what you're up to, and tune into your activities. So that's always a fun thing. And and then we look forward to July again for me and for you. It's going to be a lot of hard work up until then.
Right. Yeah, I'm psyched. Is your laptop plugged in?
Ta 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 ta. Cows, cows, cows.
That's about as Austria as it gets right there. Well, good to chat, Leo. Thanks for the update.
Go to chat, Arl.
Talk soon.
Chat to you soon.